even though time travel itself is silly, they kind of sold it, and I believed it.
It was done in the best way possible.
Yeah, and it also was in world because, you know, Archimedes was the guy who invented the dial, and they go back to when he's there, and it's historical. When Indiana Jones met a UFO,
Yeah.
and an alien came alive from crystals and fried Kate Blanchett's brain.
Whatever the hell's happening at the end of that
Something
movie.
happened, and I'm like, aliens,
Yeah.
just not, that's not right. Or George Lucas had an idea for the second Indiana Jones film was Indiana Jones in a haunted house. This is a legendary story.
Oh, I've heard it.
And Spielberg was like, no. So, like, that's the kind of stuff, like, but going back in time to like a big historical battle, the antiquity kind of era, like, it makes sense. It works.
Russians.
That was a joke. It was a joke, honey. It was a joke.
And I noticed very specifically there were many moments in this film where they flopped that, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the
Oh yeah.
schmoozing. She has the Moroccan ex-husband or
Fiance or something.
the mobster.
Yeah.
She's oogling like dudes.
A couple different dudes, just random background dudes.
The guy takes off his shirt on the boat, and she's like, "Ooh la la." She's objectifying men, and Indiana Jones objectified ladies. Objectified ladies. Objectified ladies.
What? Dead bro. Really just say that. Indiana never objectified women and raiders. He knew Lorien before.
I never meant to hurt you.
I was a child. I was in love.
In Temple of Doom, he never. Like the blonde bimbo chick. At the beginning. Later on, they liked each other. Even more. In Last Crusade, though it may come off as he was trying to objectify Elsa. But later on he shows that he cares about her, something that an objectifier would not do.
Don't, Elsa. Elsa. Your other hand, honey. I can't hold you.
I can reach it. I can reach it.
Elsa. Give me your hand. Give me your other hand.
But there were some kids there.
Those kids were bored as fuck. It was like the parents dragged 8 children to the movie.
Yeah. There's a bunch of odds and ends, but yeah, I don't know. Zoomers, no, they don't want to watch this.
They should have just called this movie the Super Mario Brothers movie. Just do it. Fuck it.
Because little Indian children are sexy. Memorable. He's the man's man from adventure serials. But when he's 68 years old and barely keeping up with the action, you don't want to be him. But when he's 68 years old and barely keeping up with the action, barely keeping up with the action, barely keeping up with the action.
To get him to do as much as possible.
This is crazy! Somebody's gonna get hurt!
The bike was tough. Only because when you have somebody moving on the back of a bike, It's very different than just having somebody hold you on a bike. But we're shooting a movie. Harrison has to animate his character, and we're on a bike through a lot of it. So a lot of it is the movement. All that stuff was pretty tough.
Barely keeping up with the action.
Is he too old to play Indiana Jones? And he wasn't at 55. And by the way, he sure ain't at 65.
Part-time.
It's kind of amazing that Lucas and Spielberg didn't understand the core appeal of these movies before deciding to make another one.
And I'm sure he's got another 10 years left in him if he wants to do something like this again.
Sure, they're adventure films and fun and whatever, but it's not the character people like, it's the idea of the character.
Cut it, please.
Because being awesome is inspiring.
I know you've talked to, I think it was the Plinkett review, where like Indiana Jones is generic adventure man, he's self-insert man. So you never like the idea of him getting older. And I don't really like it in Crystal Skull, but here that's kind of what the movie is partially about. What does Adventure Man do when Adventure Man is too old to adventure?
Yeah.
But their answer to that is just, well, he just goes on another adventure.
But they're less exciting.
But they're less exciting, and then there's kind of something about if I could go back in time and change things, I'd do this. And
Yeah, there's a little theme.
they try to make it like magical and whimsical at the very end, but most of the movie is generic Indiana Jones adventure, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's set up at the beginning. He's old, he's miserable. Marion's left him.
The 50s diner. Indiana and Mutt are having a conversation. Their mannerisms, the way they speak, it's really clear and strong from a character perspective. There's even some real subtle stuff going on in their actions. Mutt steals a drink from the waitress, and then Indy puts it back, both without saying anything, showing that this kid is really in need of some kind of father figure, and Indiana begins to father him unknowingly. This is one of Spielberg's many skills as a director, getting down and dirty and actually working with the actors and understanding people, unlike that other guy that sits in the chair.
That's impossible!
A sexy Indian child.
I can
Watch Indiana Jones 4.
because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I
Watch Indiana Jones 4.
anywhere I want,
I don't watch Indiana Jones 5.
like you.